it's not a female racing series just to stay a female racing series. It's a female racing series to nurture the talent in females, to be able to eventually get them to compete against the guys.
What would you say is like the biggest takeaway you have from this series and your time in it?
When I first started the series, I was honestly so unexperienced. I don't think anyone in this paddock really has a scope as to how I entered the field because no one else has done it, you know.
Right.
I'm the only driver to come into this series with no racing experience other than go-karting. I think the next least experience had 5 races under her belt.
Okay.
So it really was a different experience for me, and building up to now being one of the most experienced drivers, still one of the youngest though.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about myself, about how I carry myself, but also the racing, you know, having the grit and determination to kind of face those setbacks, you know. Even though I was one of the least experienced drivers in 2023, I always wanted to be at the front.
Yeah.
And so I was faced with a lot of disappointment in that year because, you know, there's so much learning to do. And I think coming up from that and growing as a person from those failures has made me a better person and a driver for this year.
So would you say that this has helped you probably even more on the mental side as well as the training? Like you're learning how to kind of, like you said, have the ups and downs of racing, except that if you can't be on the top, you just have to work harder for the next race.
Exactly. I think, you know, it's definitely instilled in me a huge work ethic. I come back from the race week and straight away I'm back on my simulator and I'm training again for the next time I'm on track. I think with this sport, you know, because we travel around the world and we're going back and forth so quickly, there's not much time for you to sit and dwell on things.
Yeah.
And I think at the start, that's where I was kind of disappointed in myself and what I was doing and the job that I was doing, the mistakes I was making. I think now that I'm more experienced this year, I feel like after a race, you know, there's not much I can do about it. It's time to move on and grow from there. And that's the difference in mindset that I've really felt.
Do you have one thing that you wish people knew about F1 Academy or understood that you think they don't?
I think people need to understand that, you know, this is a feeder series, so everyone's going to make mistakes. To see me, and I've been racing in F1 Academy this year, being around the top 10, and I go into a British F4 Championship with the top male drivers, you know, future F1 stars in the making, and I go and qualify in the top 6, you know, straight away with almost no practice. I think that's a testament to show that the talent is definitely here in F1 Academy and that the top drivers can definitely beat the top male drivers in the same sort of cars.
Yeah, it's very much like, I think that's one of the strengths of this series as well, is watching you guys go into mixed grids and see how impressive you are off the bat.
I mean, I just wish I had more opportunities to do it because I really enjoy getting that, and it's not a female racing series just to stay a female racing series. It's a female racing series to nurture the talent in females, to be able to eventually get them to compete against the guys and win.